Autenrieth arrow.
Garage. It's locked. What do we do?
We will break it open. Do you see the ballista up there?
No.
Keep a Sakaresh. You. Wait. Do you feel that?
Yes, the heat. Grandmaster, wait.
By the name of the sun.
Cover!
Wait. He's moving.
Yes. Yes, that is good. Stay with us.
What happened?
You were hit by a piece of debris, but we are safe. At least for the moment.
The dragon. What about the dragon? Where is it?
His attack brought down the entire facade, but it also cut him off from us. He will not be able to get inside here.
Where's Kalia?
The building came down on top of her. There was nothing we could do. But you survived. That is what matters for now.
But we have to search for her.
Yes, and we will. But to do that, we need to find another way out of this place. So, no matter what else we do, we first have to go deeper into the temple.
So what now? What do we do?
We finish this. That arrogant display of the High Ones was a bluff. They are afraid of us, and this puppet show out there was their last trump card. But they have failed. We're here, and we're close. All that matters now is that we summon the High One and take the Numinos from him. Then it is over. Thank the gods your injuries are only superficial. Just try to keep up.
Do you guys have no idea where Kalia is? Damn it. Fuck. Alright. I hear something shambling around. Whoa.
What a waste of time.
Okay. Wow. Everything went to shit in this city. Whoa.
Garage. Did you see that?
Interesting. That must be the echo. We are so close to where the last cleansing happened that not only the Prophet sees it, but we do as well.
It's weird that the cleansing would be centralized at a singular point as opposed to kind of like spread all over the whole world of Vin. Eat these. I truly hate these visions.
What a waste of time.
Yeah, Tealor, you keep saying that. Oh.
No buts. The beacon is all that matters. Understood? They must not harm it.
I really still don't think that, like, this beacon is the cause to any of our problems. Or the solution. It's just like, I think we're just still blindly following. Makes me uncomfortable. Okay. Some sort of receptacle. No. Okay. Go this way.
There it is. The beacon. By the gods, how similar they are.
I mean, we followed their plans, didn't we?
Do you have the word of the dead with you?
Yes.
Good. Then place it in front of the beacon and prepare yourself.
Dull stones. So... sword.
Prophet, it is now up to you. Somehow you must recall the moment when the last cleansing happened. If Yaela's theory is right, this is the only way to get our hands on something close to a physical form of a High One.
And how exactly should I do that? I can't control the echo.
No, but maybe you can somehow lure it. According to all that you have told me so far, the echo seems to react to things or situations connected to the cycle. Take a look around and see if you can find something.
Alright, I'll see what I can do. Give me some more time.
All right.
They are similar to magic, or the power responsible for the tides. They are pure energy.
He has betrayed us! Jakal opened the gates and now they're killing everyone!
Yeah, just like it seems like we're unable to escape past transgressions.
The core of this sickness is in people's heads. It is a way of thinking. But you will never understand that, High Priest. Will you?
Oh boy.
It was almost as if the beacon longed for the stones. They are the key. I feel it.
Alright. Should be another thing that I can interact with here. Another piece of echoes. Not seeing anything. Maybe just the word of the dead itself? Oh.
The beacon was created to banish the High Ones from existence, but to do that, we need something from them.
The Pyreans tried to do exactly what we're trying to do. And they failed. And whoever before them failed as well.
That is it. That is the memory. Quickly now, Shuttle. Use the word of the dead.
Where the fuck
The
am
name of the sun. Is that...
A high one. We have made it. How are you feeling, Prophet? Luring the echo like that, it must have strained you.
It has, but I'll cope. This place feels peculiar.
It does, indeed. We are in the consciousness of a past civilization. Do you see that up there? Yaela was right after all. This is our Numinos, the essence of a High One.
Aya, I wish you could see this.
Unbelievable. I have done it. In spite of everything.
Doesn't the High One feel that we're here? Why doesn't he do anything?
We are in his thoughts. What could you do against that? Time does not exist here. At least not as we know it.
So what now? How do we get the essence inside the container?
We will see about that. Maybe that question will answer itself.
No, we're
Sharon,
fucking wise.
carry the container to the essence.
As you command, Autenrieth.
What is it? What are you waiting for?
Tell me, Autenrieth. Back in the ruins, when the High One showed you that memory, it was the first time I saw you express real agitation. Not anger, but agitation. What you did to your son, do you regret it, I wonder? That you abandoned him in exchange for prestige and power?
What?
I don't think you do. What got to you was being reminded of your own failure. Regret. You don't know that feeling. You never have. Not even after Kira.
Sharon, what are you?
I hired the mercenaries with Khalim. I helped him kill Lashari.
So it was you.
I let the Neramis into the city. And still, you don't have the slightest idea who I am, do you?
You son of a bitch.
You were there. The night of 1,000 fires.
Yes. I survived your massacre. One of only a few.
Then you did not follow my son because you shared his ideals. You did it to get to me? What for, Yuslan? Justice?
Justice. I am done with this world, Autenrieth. I have been for a long time now. The only reason why I'm still here is a promise I made to someone. The promise that one day, I will be the one who takes everything from you.
Yuslan, this is madness. Whatever you are planning to do, it will affect the whole world, not just me. If you want my death, why not just wait, damn it? Once we have lit the beacon, Korek will kill me. That way, all those innocent lives will be.
Just shut up! You take me for such a fool? As if there's anything in this world you would want more than to die a martyr! Tealor Autenrieth, conqueror of the High One, savior of mankind. You like the sound of that, don't you? You like it so much. You know, at first, I was so frustrated with all the setbacks. When the Prophet saved Lishari's research in Aldrashengrad, and when Koarek's first attack on the city didn't succeed. But then I realized that all of this would be so much more gratifying than anything else I could do to you. Your final attempt, and so close to your target, only to fail by my hand.
You asked me once what my daughter's name was. Do you remember?
Yuslan, I beg you, please.
Lena. Her name was Lena.
No. That's impossible. You fool. Miserable, selfish fool! You killed us all!
Impressive, Autenrieth. You really were close. A shame that you were too preoccupied with yourself to see it coming.
Beasts! You damn beast! He was possessed! Possessed from the start!
Oh no, Autenrieth. I'm afraid that is only half true. We reap, but you sowed. Of course we possessed him, but you did all the heavy lifting back in Tealor, when you gave the order to massacre everyone dear to him, including his wife and his poor daughter. And so, it is a happy ending after all, isn't it? Without the Numinos, you have nothing to use the beacon's power on. And the only thing it is good for now is the destruction of your own beloved city. It will be a feast, and there will be nothing left of you once we've devoured you, nothing but cold, gray flesh. It is just as we said. You have failed as you always have done. What is it, Autenrieth? Lost your tongue?
No. No. I have not. Not at all. You have just presented me with a solution.
Are you deaf? There is no solution. The cleansing will happen, and you will all die.
Yes. Yes, we will. Your Messiah, the citizens of the city, the armies, we will all burn like the sun. And then, it will be over.
You're fantasizing, Autenrieth. Without...
Not this time. Here we must go our separate ways. Believe me, I wish it were otherwise. But in your condition, you would just be a burden. And I cannot afford any risks. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? What are you gonna do?
The High Ones are right. We cannot use the beacon to banish them anymore. But do you remember what the Archmagister said? Without the Numinos, the beacon's energy would burst out without direction.
Yes, which is why we went to find the Numinos in the first place. Lighting the beacon without it would only...
cause a massive explosion, yes. And that is the only thing we can do for mankind now. Koarek was and is essential to the High One's plan. Whatever shape the actual cleansing takes, he wants to make sure it will happen. And we, Prophet, we may have failed in breaking the cycle for ourselves, but not for the others.
The others?
The other people of this world. Arazial, Kira, Kile. They're affected by the cycle as much as Enderal. And I know that there must be people like us. People who have had the same dreams and feel what is about to happen. And if we kill Koarek and his armies, We buy these people time. Time to gather knowledge, time to build a new beacon, and time to light it themselves.
So you want to blow up the beacon, but what about the city? What about all the people who die?
Those whom the Nerimes have not yet massacred anyway, you mean? They will die, as you and I will. But they will do so for mankind's salvation. And this is something worth dying for. It is the only way, don't you see? Either we die here, rotting with the Pyreans, or we choose to give our death meaning by at least stopping this fanatic Korek and his armies. The High Ones are a lot weaker than they pretend to be. I feel it. We were so close to destroying them, and I have faith in the others out there who will fight them. They will succeed where this scum Sharim made us fail.
Hey, have you lost your mind? We can't put a death sentence over all of Enderal just for some vague hope. These people, they trust you, Autenrieth.
So, a shepherd cannot decide the fate of his sheep. What is this really about, Prophet? Your life? Now is not the time for arrogance and selfishness. All of this is about more than just us. That you fail to see this disappoints me, Prophet. I thought better of you than that. But it does not matter anymore. I've made my choice. I'm sorry.
It all begins with the dreams. Breathe.
Enter the mind of a High One? I hope you're joking. This was their last stand. They are afraid of us. I feel it. You've killed us! You've killed us all! You have just shown me the solution.
God damn it all. This is... not ideal. Not ideal. Alright, where am I now? Still need to find Kalia. And we can... really don't know that firing the beacon would do us any good, but I don't think that exploding it would do any good either. Yes, then the High Ones wouldn't be able to feed on the Enderalians, but what about everyone else in this world? Wouldn't they just be able to feed on them too? Or, like, even if we managed to stop them for now, wouldn't we send that problem to our own future?
No. This is impossible.
Who are you? What is this place?
Why are you here? Be gone, Phantom. Be gone and leave me to my slumber.
Phantom? What in blazes are you talking about? What's the meaning of this?
Then this isn't a dream. You really are here. But why? The Prophet dies when the Emperor leaves him. This is the course of the game. It has always been so. Explain yourself. How did you find this place?
Why do you still exist?
There was a veiled woman. She healed me and opened a portal.
Her? But why? She does not have a mind. She does not have feelings. So why should she do this? But still you speak the truth. I can feel it. Then could it really be that the unlikeliest of all eventualities has become reality and brought you here?
The unlikeliest of all eventualities? Are you saying that my being here is coincidence? That this is just another ship in the sea?
Coincidence or caprice, I do not know. The veiled woman cannot be understood.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Who are you? What are you?
I am sorry. It's been too long since I've spoken to anyone. I have had many names. The Arcarians called me the God of Death. The Moonskin people, the Warden of Dreams. The Pyreans, the Demon of the Deep. For your people I am, or was, the Black Guardian. Pompous names, I know. However, I am none of these, neither god nor demon. I am only an eye, condemned to observe again and again.
You know the Pyreans? By the gods, how old are you?
As you measure time, older than your most daring chronicles go back, by far. I have seen them all, since our people fell. Every civilization, every cleansing, every turn of the cycle.
Then you somehow survived the cleansing of your civilization? Are you one of the ancient starlings?
What? No. The starlings came long after me. I was only a fool who wanted to save his own skin at any cost. I knew the cleansing would come. I had known it long before the Red Madness and the war started. But I also knew that fighting it as my people did, and as most do, was pointless. So I looked for another way to prevail. And I found it. What you see here is the result. The Goliath, as I like to call it back then.
The Goliath? What exactly is that?
What is it? My self-dug grave.
Poetic.
What it was meant to be was a body of steel, an immortal machine with which I planned to merge my consciousness. Only organic life could be reaped by the High Ones, and I thought that by becoming a machine, I could fool them. By the name of the sun, how brilliant I thought myself. I wanted to become a god, laughing in the face of time. But let me spare you my self-pity. What happened, happened.
But your plan did work. You built the machine, became it, and survived the cleansing.
As the only one of my people, yes. But it happened faster than it should have. And when the cleansing occurred, the Goliath was not yet finished. And as the Emperor unleashed the light, I had no choice but to complete the joining too early. A fatal error, as it turned out. I did survive, yes. But I am trapped inside this unfinished machine. And ever since then, all I can do is watch. again and again.
What do you mean you can only watch? We are thousands of leagues into the deep here, aren't we?
Yes, but a part of the Goliath is the eye. It allows me to see what happens on the surface everywhere. Not as literal as you imagine, of course. I see schemes, feel emotions, similar to your gift, to the Echo. But they are enough to understand.
And to be clear, you've been here since the High Ones devoured your people.
Yes. It was not how I planned it. The Goliath in its final form was meant to be divine, a synthesis of man and steel. But I overestimated myself, and I acted too quickly, driven by fear.
We haven't lost yet. Whether the High Ones triumph or not depends on what happens to Autenrieth has blown up the beacon.
No, you do not understand. You are stumbling through the fog, even now that it is almost over. By themselves, the High Ones are not the problem. If we would just see them as they really are, they would become powerless.
Powerless?
Yes. It is hard to put into words. I myself do not know everything about the High Ones. Only that they are part of something we call the cycle. The civilization arises and blossoms, and then, always at the same stage of their development, the High Ones appear, and with them, the Red Madness. People start losing their minds, wars erupt, and chaos rules. Until 2 or 3 years later, the cleansing happens. The moment when the High Ones devour the collective consciousness, the gathered minds of this civilization, to give birth to a new one of their own. Despite all of this, nobody knows what drives them. Perhaps they act out of malice, out of an urge to survive, or perhaps they do not even have a will of their own, but are like a force of nature. But I do know one thing. As powerful as they might be, it is mankind who gives them that power. We make them into what they are. Because what nobody understands is simply this. The High Ones feed on what humanity has the most of. Their ego, greed, pride, fear, and their everlasting search for an enemy who was responsible for all their misery. It is those traits the High Ones make use of. These characteristics are what make us human. And by themselves, they are harmless. Only when we bury them, when we deny them, then they play into the High Ones' hands. So why is this, you ask? It is simple. The High Ones alone cannot make the cleansing happen. Only a human can. With the beacon, my knowledge about it is as limited as my knowledge about the cycle. It has existed since the beginning of time, and despite what you might now believe, the ancient writings about it are true. Lit by the ones who carry the Numinos, it can banish the High Ones once and for all. But it can also destroy us. Because what happens when it is lit without a core is far more than an explosion. It is the cleansing, the triumph of the High Ones. And even as we speak, a human, Tealor has done it again. A bright light will appear from the heart of the machine and open a hole in the sky. And within hours, It will spread throughout the world, and they will all feel it. A fire that burns them from within. A white light which will break through their flesh. Do you understand now? The High Ones have no power. All they do is to feed on our weaknesses, manipulate us into bringing about our own destruction. It is we who forge the sword that kills us. We who lead them to their victory, even though the key to salvation has always been in our hands. But instead of realizing our folly, we make the same mistake. We repeat the same fate over and over, and only because we refuse to see the truth. Yes, the High Ones are our enemy, but who wants to hear that it is our ego, that dark voice within us, that empowers them? It is so ironic. The moment we would realize all this would be the moment it all came